Glam Girls, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea, where we talk about all things glam and all things girly. I'm a beauty enthusiast and consultant who loves to talk about everything dealing with beauty and makeup, and today this is going to be an interesting video. So I picked up the new Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer and Skin Perfector. So I will be showing you demonstrations of these products all over my face, sharing with you my thoughts, my recommendations, and doing some comparisons, especially with the Danessa Myricks Balm Powder, because I immediately thought of this product when I saw Mario's product. So stay tuned for all of that. If you wouldn't mind, I would love for you to click the subscribe button and like this video if you do like it at the end of the video. And thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I truly do appreciate it. And let's get right into this video. So, like I said, I picked up the new Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer and Skin Perfector. So starting off with the Skin Enhancer, it does come in 6 shades. I did pick up the shade Medium Dark, and this is what it looks like up close. And for reference, Medium Dark is described as for more medium to medium dark skin tones. I kept kind of going back and forth between medium and medium dark, and based on how they swatched in store, I felt like medium dark would look better. So some high points of this product is that it's going to offer light coverage. It is vegan. It does have a radiant finish. It does have a cream formula, fragrance-free and cruelty-free. And he says that this is a 3-in-1 tinted complexion balm that warms and nourishes with sheer coverage to even out the appearance of skin. So I did look on his page to see how to use the product, because I was kind of confused initially, like, is this a tinted moisturizer, or is this a balm, or is this a balm like bronzer contour? Like, wasn't too sure what he recommended as to how we should use it. So when I saw one video, I saw him use it just on the perimeter of the model's face, and I figured this was more like a tinted balm that will add depth to the face, but it's not going to be a product that you would wear potentially all over the face, depending on the shade that you got, right? So if I would have gotten a lighter shade, I potentially could have put it in the center of my face. But for this shade, Medium Dark, I did keep it along the perimeter of my face. So some other things is that it does have vitamins A, D, and E in it. They're antioxidants that are going to help to protect the skin. And then it does have omega-6 fatty acids that provides a protective layer to keep skin nourished. One other ingredient that I do want to point out is that it does have synthetic wax in it, and then it also has some natural waxes in it. So wanted to put that out there just in case that is something that would be of concern to you. So as you've already seen from the demonstration, so I went in with my Kitco brush. This is the 0.22, my Flawless Face brush in medium. It does have synthetic hairs, and tapped it into the product. Doing a quick swatch of the product, this is what Medium Dark looks like on my skin. So I did feel like this shade would be the better shade to bronze the skin with. So it does have a very soft, creamy, balmy texture. If you want to compare it to maybe like a very thin layer of Vaseline, kind of feels like that. Yeah, feels like that. And it blended in really nicely with the brush. Now I am filming on a new camera, okay? So if any of my footage kind of seems off, bless me, I'm working with this. But when I initially filmed me applying this product, the settings were completely off. So when you see me apply it, or when you saw me apply it, I had already added some to the skin. So what you saw in the most previous footage was me adding more on top. So I do think it does add like a nice bronze to the skin. It's a really pretty product, and I think it's great for those days where you literally are like, I'm not really gonna put on any makeup, because I started out with a bare face, no concealer, no nothing. All I had on my face was the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Glow Serum, which oh, here you go. I applied the glow serum, and then on top of that, I applied the Pat McGrath Rose Essence. So those were the only 2 things on my face prior to applying this balm. So it blended really beautifully into the skin, and I think that this product works most beautifully just by itself. Like when I say by itself, Not saying that you couldn't put this on top of foundation, but I think this truly is one of those products that wants to enhance the skin. Hence why I'm going to assume they called it the skin enhancer. So I think this is great literally for those no makeup days when you're like, I'm not trying to do all the things, but I do want to add a little bit of depth, a nice beautiful glow to the skin without looking like greasy and just like I'm doing too much. Or, you know, you're going in with a cream bronzer, but the cream bronzer is a little too much for your natural face because it might need more coverage. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? I hope it does. So I applied this onto the skin and I thought it looked really beautiful. I applied it all to the perimeter and just added a little bit down my nose. I really liked where we were. Then I went in with the LYS Beauty Triple Fix Concealer. I wear the shade TN3 because I was like, you know what? We're gonna just keep it really natural today. So I just added the concealer to my T-zone and down the bridge of my nose, under my eyes and down the bridge of my nose. And then I went in with his Skin Perfector. So the Skin Perfector comes in 5 shades. This one does retail for $34. And the shade that I have in this one is medium. So the shade medium is going to warm light medium to medium skin tones. Now, when I read the description, I read this and saw this more as like a setting powder, which is why I went in with shade medium. Now, kind of looking back, I might have needed to, I maybe should have gotten shade medium dark, and I'll explain why in just a little bit. I didn't give you the amount of product that came in these products. So for the powder, it comes in 0.31 ounces of product or 8.8 grams of product. And then for the enhancer, it comes in 5 grams of product or 0.18 ounces of product, just in case you like to know those things. So some high points about the powder is that it's light coverage, vegan, has a radiant finish, fragrance-free and cruelty-free. And this is a 3-in-1 powder to perfect, illuminate, and set makeup for a radiant glow with an airbrush effect on the skin. So when I watched his demonstration of how he applied this product, he said that the lightest shade down here is going to be more of like a translucent shade. At least that's what I thought he said, and I'll explain why I thought he said that. This middle shade is going to be a beautiful soft setting glow shade, and then the deeper shade here is going to be a sheer natural bronze shade. So he said that he wanted to create a product that had all 3 products in one to kind of cut down your steps. So instead of you having to have a setting powder, glow powder, and bronzer, you have it all in one. So when he applied this product to his model, he just dipped his brush in it, swirled it all around, and started lightly dusting it all over her face. Now, I said, okay, let me use the translucent powder under my eyes because I'm thinking translucent powder and I look like the Tin Man under my eyes. And I purposely left everything as is because I was like, y'all need to know and learn from me so you do not make the same mistake. I look like the Tin Man. I literally look like the Tin Man. As soon as I put this on, I was like, this is not a translucent powder. It is not, and if it is meant to be, it is way too illuminating for a translucent powder. I was like, I made an arrow on one side. We gotta stay committed and make the same arrow on the other side. So I did put this on both sides. And if I come in close, like my concealer doesn't like it. My concealer is like separating, and this concealer, like if you know me, I ride hard for this concealer. It is such a beautiful medium to full coverage concealer that usually doesn't need to be set at all, but I just wanted to see what this would look like setting it with this, what I thought he said was a translucent shade, and no. So after I did that, I was like, let me just go ahead and swirl the powders around and like lightly set the face. I think setting the face like that is how this product probably is meant to be used in terms of like setting your whole face. Just to kind of read a little bit more on what he said about the product. He says it gives an airbrush effect with a blend of perfecting powders to illuminate and set for a radiant glow. And so he says it's a multi-purpose bronzer, highlighter, and finishing powder. So he said translucent powder, and I assumed translucent powder meant like translucent setting powder to where you could use it under the eyes, but that was definitely my error. So don't do what I did unless you do like this like very highlighted glow under the eyes, but I don't. I think it's going to, I think it accentuates all the things that I don't want to be accentuated. And like I said, the biggest thing is just it didn't agree with my concealer, so my concealer is not looking as perfecting as it usually is. I would also say that if you have pores, you wouldn't want to put this right on top of your pores, because since it is an illuminating powder, it's going to emphasize that. And that's usually with any type of highlighter based product. It's going to accentuate your pores. It's not going to smooth over your pores like a more matte type of powder will. So then I went in with the bronzer shade, and I wanted to kind of enhance my enhancer product with the bronzer shade. And I think it bronzed very beautifully, and it didn't skip over the enhancer shade, so it wasn't like the enhancer shade was too emollient to where it caused any skipping or patchiness along the skin. So I applied the bronzer shade everywhere that I normally bronze. And thank you to Beautylish and Sonia G for sending me the Sonia G new, I think it's pronounced Hinoki brush set. Beautiful brushes. So I used the smaller brush to apply the product under the eye, what I thought was a setting powder. And then I went in with this brush to bronze the skin. Both beautiful brushes. I'll link these down below if you're interested in picking up the products, or the brushes I should say. And then I went in to use this on the eye, so I went in with the bronzer shade and just quickly dusted it in the transition area and the crease, and then along the lower lash line. I took the middle shade here and applied it along the entire lid, and then I took the lighter shade at the bottom and just kind of lightly dusted it in the inner corner to brighten up the eye. So very, very simple eye look with this, which you can use it with this particular product if that's how you want to use it as well. So in terms of what the finished look looks like, I didn't add anything else to the face. So all you see on my face outside of my skincare products that I used are these two products, and that's it. I didn't add any blush, no additional bronzer. Of course, I added the concealer, but that's it, because I just wanted you to see what this looks like on the skin. So I don't love the products. Just off first impressions, completely eliminating my error as well. I think for the skin enhancer, I think this is a really, like I said, a really beautiful product that I think should be worn on natural skin. When I say natural skin, like not really any type of heavy foundation or even like medium coverage foundation. Like I would probably pair this with a tinted moisturizer at best, because I think it really does look quite like succulent on the skin, just enhancing the skin. I think the name Soft Sculpting Skin Enhancer is perfect, because that's what this product does. Now, this balm does not dry down. So that is the biggest difference between Danessa's product, her balm powder, and Mario's balm skin enhancer. The balm powder is going to do a whole lot of things, but the product, although it feels balmy, it's going to, if I could say, set itself as a powder, because it is a powder, and it's going to work to help to absorb oils, keep the skin from looking excessively dewy throughout the day. Whereas Mario's balm is if I could say, like a true balm in and of itself. So it's not going to set like a powder. It's not going to ever like dry down. So if you're someone who is looking for a product that's like a balm to powder, Danessa's would be one that you would be more interested in. Mario's is going to leave the skin looking radiant in its original balmy texture and formula. Also, in terms of shade range, I would say that the shade range is, it's decent. The shades look more neutral from what I could just see. Now, I didn't swatch all of the shades, but based on what I saw, they do tend to fall in that neutral ground. But I was happy that this did not look ashy on me, because looking at it in the pan, it looks a little like neutral, not cool, but just it doesn't look excessively warm. And I was watching Morgan Turner's review, and she said that she was watching Mario, and he said that the shades do show up deeper on the skin than they look in the pan. So if you are shopping online or you're shopping in store, and if you think a shade might be a little too light, it might actually be the best shade for you because they do show up deeper on the skin. And I would attest to that because I thought medium was not going to show up as deep as it did on my skin, and it actually did. I just like the color of medium dark better than medium, which is why I said I might have done myself better if I would have picked up this particular Perfector in the medium dark shade. But I don't regret it, in all honesty, because I do like the tones of this medium shade, and to me medium dark seemed like it would be almost too dark. So I don't regret not getting this in medium dark, but maybe I would have just had a better overall look of the face. Does that make sense? If both of these shades were medium dark. So I'll put that out as user error. Like, maybe I should have picked up medium dark. But I can't lie and say I don't like medium. I hope I'm not confusing you, but I'm just being honest in terms of like what I like. Like I said, this is really nice. I don't know yet if this will be a product that I pick up on a day-to-day because I'm still having a very, very, very large love affair with the balm powder. This is not about the balm powder, so I'm not gonna make this about the balm powder. But when I want a no makeup look, I want something very flawless that I can use all over the face. The balm powder, this is shade 5. I can use this all over the face. I can bronze with it because I do have a few shades. So I can bronze with it, and it really does help to perfect the skin, blur the skin. It does add coverage. Mario says that this can add a little bit of coverage, and when I put it over, like I brought it up over my jawline because I have like a nice acne breakout here and some over here. And when I like pulled it up just to see what the coverage would look like, it didn't really cover too much. It dulled the redness just a slight bit. And that's what he says. He's like, it's gonna add just a nice like tint of color. But for me, if I want like a natural face, something quick, I also want coverage. And the balm powder is going to definitely cover my acne and my redness more than Mario's Skin Enhancer. So for me, I'm not sure if this product really is gonna fit the needs that I want because I have this product here that really does what I want for those very quick no makeup days. I also love too that I'm getting the benefit of my oils being controlled with this product. Versus this product does not claim to do that at all. They're totally two different products. And I think that's what I'm trying to say. These are two different products. They don't compare to each other at all. So if you were thinking like Danessa's balm powder, is there anything similar to the Skin Enhancer? Two totally different things. You could probably use these in conjunction with each other. Like let's say you added the balm powder first and then you wanted a little bit of glow. You could probably do that very effortlessly and it would look really beautiful together. But two totally different products, so there's no comparison there. And then taking Danessa's balm contour, because I think that would be another product that would be closer in similarity to Mario's Skin Enhancer. They are kind of similar in tone. Let's do a quick little swatcheroo. So I'm gonna just add more of the Mario shade here. And then Danessa's balm contour, I have the shade medium 3. So Danessa's is definitely thicker and more opaque than Mario's. You can see Mario's is more sheer in its formulation, and then in terms of its shade, it is a little lighter as well. So these two products don't compare in terms of, you know, shade range and also exact formulation, but they are very similar in what they are. Both of them are going to be balm products that add depth to the face. I will say that. That is where the Skin Enhancer is similar to the balm contour. However, I think if I were to wear the balm contour, like just on a plain face, if I didn't go in with a light hand, this might be too much for the face. Whereas the Skin Enhancer would be like a really nice, like added enhancement. Like, I hate to keep saying the same word to describe what it is, but I think this, once again, is the product that you're gonna wanna reach for if you're like, I hardly wear makeup, but I wanna add a little something to the face, especially with summertime coming up. This would definitely be I think, a product that you would enjoy. And then if you just want to compare it, because we have it right here, to Charlotte Tilbury's cream bronzer, I have the shades medium and tan. So I'm going to compare it to shade tan because I think these two shades look the most similar. Yes. So Chargirls is going to be definitely not as emollient. So Charlotte is definitely a cream product, not a balm product. So here's Charlotte Tilbury's cream bronzer in the shade medium, Danessa's balm contour shade medium 3, and then Mario's enhancer in shade medium dark. So you can see that Charlotte's is going to be a little more warm than Mario's, definitely creamy, but not emollient and balmy. So Charlotte's is going to go on the skin more like a matte product and not so dewy, but definitely not dry at all because it is a cream product. So I think Danessa's and Mario's are going to be the closest in formulation that I have because both of them are balms. But Mario's is going to be for more so to enhance the skin, no makeup looks, and so forth. With the Perfector, so the Soft Focus Skin Perfector product, I do like this, like just dusting my brush all in it and then dusting it across the face. But I know I'm not going to use it like that. I have a few other products that will give me like that glowy finish to the skin that I really do enjoy. When it comes to products like this that say, oh, you can like use each rose separately, I never do that. I just don't. Nothing against this product, I never do. So for instance, Charlotte Tilbury came out with her Pillow Talk Multi Glow product, and you can use like, you know, the different shades here. I swirl my brush. That's just how I am, because I'm not going to go in with a smaller brush and I'm just gonna swirl my brush. So nothing against Mario's product, but I probably would never dip into this for a bronzer. I'm just gonna swirl my brush in here and get a very nice, like, glowy finish to the skin. I would use this product primarily for the perimeter of my face. I wouldn't use it in the T-zone area because to me it is too glowy for what I like in like this area of the face. I like something more mattified in this area so my pores can look more smooth, and I like my glow to reside here, here, and here. So the perimeter of my face. I don't think it's a bad product at all. I would recommend it, especially if you love the brand. I think you would really like this product. And I do think for what he intended this product to be, I do think that this product does work. But I just don't think it's like a necessity. And once again, this is just my own opinion. I have, like I said, some other products that I really do enjoy that will give me that all over beautiful, like, glowy look. And they also do refine the pores as well because their base is going to be a little more mattified even though the product is more glowy. So for instance, I think of the Say Loose Setting Powder. So I have mine in the shade Translucent Medium, and I have another shade. I think it's Translucent Light. And that one, I can actually use it under my eyes in my T-zone, and it just adds radiance, but it doesn't look like so illuminated. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like I put highlighter under my eyes, which now I realize I did, but I thought it was a setting powder, or I thought it was like a translucent powder. So this one, the blurring effect is so amazing. So I would recommend this one if you like a radiant glow with your powders that you want to use to set your powder, but also conceal and blur the pores. Say is where it's at. I also love the Rare Beauty Loose Powder. So I have mine in the shade Light Medium, and I can use this under my eyes or all over the face. Same thing as Say, like sets the face, blurs the face. The Rare Beauty is gonna give you more illumination than the Say does. And it's stunning. So I would recommend these two if you're looking for a setting powder that does add some radiance to the face. And then if you're looking for a really just beautiful, radiant finishing powder, Guerlain Meteorites, I adore them. So I have a couple of shades. This one is in the shade Golden. I just take my brush, swirl it around in the pearls, and it really does leave such a refined and just stunning glow to the face. And so these are the products I would reach for when I want kind of that like radiant finish. Also, one last product, the Jaclyn X Robin product. So this is the Powder Move Loose Setting Powder. I have mine in the shade Sheer Medium. This is beautiful. Beautiful. I would recommend this one if you're looking for like a radiant setting powder. So I said all that to say, for me, the Mario Skin Perfector is just not a product I would reach for because I have these other products that I really do enjoy. But I think if you don't have any of these products, you love the brand, or you're interested in trying it, I would say give it a try because it is not a bad product at all. It really is beautiful. It's just not one that I'm gonna reach for because I have these other products. So I hope that you found this video helpful. I'm not trying to bash the brand at all, but you guys know I try to be as honest and as I can, just to let you know what I think so that maybe it can help you figure out what might work best for you. So I hope that you all do understand that. Leave me your feedback down below. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Are you interested in these products? Have you picked them up? Tell me all the things. And if you made it to this point in the video and you haven't yet to subscribe to my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing and joining the Glam Girl Squad. And guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye guys.